Ina the Mood Reader, and today we're gonna pick the books that I'll read this September. For September, I have decided to chill out and not participate in any readathon because I kind of feel like I need to relax after joining 2 consecutive readathons in the past few weeks. So for September, I'll be giving focus, I guess, on the NetGalley arcs that are still on my shelf. And I would like to be honest with you guys. At the moment, my NetGalley ratio is at 44%. Considering that for the entire 2020, I did not request any arc from any publisher. I just work with the arcs that I already got on the first few days when I checked my NetGalley account. It's a long story, maybe it's for another video, but I did a request spree. Like, I didn't know that you will actually get approval, so I requested for any book that I could get my hands on, and that ended up with 100 arcs and no time to read them. And then, of course, I take part in many blog tours, wherein most of those blog tours send out the copies through NetGalley as well. So I have right now, I think, 101 arcs that I have yet to read and review. I think I have 5 of those that I have already read but haven't reviewed yet. So yeah, anyway, for this month, I decided to go with my TBR jars. I bought these jars from Shopee for 20 pesos, I think, or 25 pesos each, and they're just simple jars with gold covers, lids. Blue is supposed to represent the audiobooks that I have saved on script. I have them on the list, and those are the audiobooks that I want to read. So I have 200 more aside from the books that I have written here, but my hands were tired, so I just stuck with this. And then for the pink one, I wrote here the books that I have physically. For now, I wrote the books that I have here on my TBR cart, a few books that I stacked here beside it. So I still have about maybe 50 or 60 more to write, because I have a few books on our living room and a few books on another room in storage. So yeah. And then I have a few, maybe 30 books coming soon. For I promise to be the last book haul that I'll ever do for the year. And then we have this little blank one. This is supposed to have green papers, pastel green papers. Actually, pastel green post-its. And this is supposed to be this is supposed to contain ebooks that I have on my Kindle. It may be gifted to me, or I might have bought it, or maybe on my Kindle Unlimited. And I think maybe I have 30 to 50 books. I also would be putting here the arcs that I have on Edelweiss, and I have, I think, 10 arcs there. So yeah. And then lastly, we have here the yellow one, which contains all the arcs I have on NetGalley. So yeah, for September, I've decided to just go with 1 physical book, 3 audio books, and then 5 arcs from NetGalley. So first, let's pick from my physical jar, and I'll just be choosing 1. Oh my gosh. Okay. To be fair. Okay, so for the physical book, I got a challenging one. I guess for me, it's Kafka on the Shore by Haruki Murakami. And I have never read Japanese literature ever in my entire life. And especially this very hyped author and hyped book here in the Philippines. I have been seeing the name of this author all over Filipino bookish group. So yeah, I don't know anything about the book. I haven't read any works of the author. So this is gonna be a fun adventure. for September. Yay! So let's go with the next one. The next jar would be the audiobooks. I'm going with 3, by the way. But of course, if I ever finish more, I'll be just picking another set and maybe update you guys on my IG story. So you can follow me on Instagram. I'll be posting my handle here. And I'll be going with 3 books because normally I just listen to script whenever I play Cooking Diary, which is my addiction at the moment. And then when I cook, so yeah. But most of the time I just read digital copies or physical copies. So I'm picking 1. Let's go. The first book that I listened to is He Said, She Said by Kwame Alexander. I'm not sure if it's Kwame or Kwame Alexander. To be honest with you guys, I don't know anything about the synopsis of the books that I'll be talking about today, so I'll just be linking their Goodreads in the description box so you can check them out if you're interested. But of course, I'll be flashing the covers here and maybe the script linked as well. So yeah. And then the second book that I'll listen to for September. Oh, I got 2. So the second one is 4 Days of You and Me by Miranda Keneally. I'm not sure if I read that correctly, but I think this is a contemporary romance book. I'm not sure if it's YA, new adult, or adult, but again, I'll be linking them down below. And then the third pick is The Love and Lies of Roxana Ali by Sabina Khan. This one I think is a YA contemporary book. I'm not sure if there's a romance in it, but I think there's Asian representation in it. So yeah, I'm excited to listen to that one as well. And then yeah, so those are the 3 books. I thought I said 5, but I said 3. So those are the 3 books that I'll be listening to on Scribd this month. And then we proceed to my NetGalley arc. So we'll be picking 5, and I want to finish those 5, but I don't know if I can do it, but I'm planning to read at least 5 more. I really want to devour that NetGalley shelf, put my ratio back to 80% so I can request books and get approvals. Because, you know, I'm scared of being rejected, especially now that my ratio is too low. So I'll just not attempt anymore. So, yeah. And the first book that I picked is My Summer of Love and Misfortune by Lindsay Wong. This, I think, has Asian representation on it. And I remember talking to Shilea about this from Shut Up Shilea. She's my favorite blogger of all time, and her blog is back. Just a little promo there for a dear friend. So I'll be linking her blog down below, and she has been posting a few blogs already. So I'm so happy. She's my inspiration in terms of book blogging. So yeah, I hope you give her a follow. And we talked about this, and she said that I should read this if I'm in the mood for hate reading because she got frustrated and disappointed with this book. So let's see what I'm gonna think about this one. And then let's shake it. Okay, so the second pick for my NetGalley arcs is Jessica's Wish by Marcy Bolden. I think this was one of the first books I ever got approved for, so congratulations. I think this is a romance book or a woman's fiction. I'm not sure yet. But again, I'll be linking them down below. So the third one is Under the Scrubs by Katerina Baker. I think I tried reading this like a year ago. Monchi. I think I tried reading this a year ago. It's, I think, a romance contemporary. So yeah, that should be exciting. And then we have the last 2 books. So I'll just pick them out. Ta-da! Okay, so the second to the last one is, I use Post-it, so there's the sticky side. Okay. So we have here, the fourth one is What Matters Most by Leora Blake. I have no idea. I can't even recall the cover of this one. So, oops, but we'll be reading this. And last but not the least, I'll be reading Satisfaction Guaranteed by Isabel Drake. I think this cover is just flashed on my mind. I think this is a workplace romance. So yeah, I think September is gonna be an interesting month. I'll be doing a blog post on this one, and I'll be putting the synopsis there, or at least like my first impressions. So I'll also be linking my blog post on this video. So these are the books that I'll be reading, and I'll also be reading Heart Bones by Colleen Hoover. It's not picked here, but Colleen Hoover is one of my favorite authors ever, and I already got a copy on it on my Kindle Unlimited the moment it was released, but I was committed to sticking with my weekathon books, considering that I have like half of my TBR left unread because I shopped many Filipino written books. So yeah, I'll be reading Heart Bones, and thanks to Kindle Unlimited for that. And then I'll be taking part of 3 blog tours for this month. And the first book is We Are Not Free by Tracy Chi, and that's with Colored Pages blog tours. And my tour spot is in the first week of September, so it will be the first book that I'll be reading. And then I'm also part of course, the Carina Press blog tour program. So I have a post due on September 30th, so that's the last day of the month. And the book, if I'm not mistaken, is The Love Study. So yeah. And finally, the third book that I'll be reading for a blog tour is Shakespeare Ruined My Life, and I am gonna read that as a part of the TBR and Beyond book tours, and my post will be up on September 10th. So yeah, so to think of it, I have 3 blog tours, 3 audiobooks, 1 physical book, 5 NetGalley arcs, and 1 book of my choice. So that's 13 books for September. The usual number of books I get to read in a month ranges from like 10 to 15. So I think 13 is a good number for that. So I'm excited for September, and hopefully I'll recover from my slight reading slump. I don't know. For August, for the weekathon, I just found that I'm reading slower than usual. Not technically a slump, but like I exert more effort and take more time in absorbing what's on the books. I think I just got very stressed. I don't know, my mental health wasn't at the best in August. I think just because of the pressures of producing content for like my social accounts, for this vlog and my blog, and then of course I'm a content writer, so I also produce content for other companies. So yeah, I guess I'm getting the hang of it anyway. So I'm hoping that September would be a better reading month, and I hope maybe I can push to read maybe 2 to 3 more arcs, but we'll know that in the middle of September. But here's promising to you guys that I won't be joining a readathon on September unless I can insert any of these titles and not change them for some other titles. I know I'm a mood reader, and I have proven it to you a lot already by not sticking with my TBRs, but let's hope that this month I'll be able to. Fingers crossed, of course. So anyway, thank you so much for watching this video, and I do hope that you enjoyed. Please let me know the books that you plan on reading this September so that we can discuss about them. So yeah, again, thank you so much. I hope you subscribe to the channel, comment down video suggestions, and please keep in touch on my social accounts. So yeah, thank you so much. See you on the next one. Bye!